Hey everybody, welcome to FANDOMversity Talk Nerdy to Me. My name is Michael, and in this video, my son Cyrus and I, we head to the theater. We watch Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw. We give initial reaction, and then I will follow up with a full in-depth review. The movie stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Jason Statham, Idris Elba, and Vanessa Kirby. But before we get started with all that, and please don't stop the video and think this is just political BS, because I'm not going to get into politics. I'm just going to keep it real. I need to address the shootings. My heart just sinks for all these victims and their families. It terrifies me. The El Paso shooter in high school had a rape and kill list. He was suspended from school and just came back to school like nothing ever happened. He wasn't put on any list. He didn't get any psycho evaluations that we know of. That should have been put into a database. That should have been able to have been looked up when he went to buy a gun. I'm just saying. He was able to legally purchase this weapon very easily and kill a bunch of people. I'm not going to get too political, but I just want to say something has to be done. It's not video games. It's not movies. It's not all our fandoms we love. This is a unique USA issue. We need a complete societal shift. Anyways, don't let your political views stop you from enjoying the rest of this video. I just had to get that out there. I'm a veteran, a father, and a husband, and I fear for those that I care and love about. I fear they're going to go to the grocery store and never come back because some idiot with a vendetta, with issues, is just going to kill a whole bunch of people and not care about anything. Even in Texas, where, we have a bunch of good guys with guns, we can stop the bad guy. Guess what happened? A bunch of people got shot and killed. Where were the good guys with guns then? Just saying. Something has to be done. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to get on political sides here. My heart is just sinking right now, and I really had to address this. Anyways, let's move on. Politics aside, I promise tons of fandom content on this channel. So please subscribe to this channel. And hit that bell icon to be notified for future updates. The content we provide here is actually is requested to us from our members at FANDOMversity, our Facebook group. With FANDOMversity, you drive the fandom. Hit that like button if you enjoy this video, and that lets me know to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep doing it anyways because I enjoy this. To me, it's just fun. If you don't like the video, instead of just hitting dislike and not saying anything, tell me where I went wrong. Tell me what else you would like to hear. Tell me where we can improve. By the way, did you notice how much better the quality of this video is? We're actually shooting at 1080p today. You can actually make out the background. It's not fuzzy. I'm not glitching here and there. It's great. This is a Logitech C922X. It is inexpensive, 1080p, compatible with the Mac. If you're interested in a camera, a Logitech, I suggest it. I will provide a link in the description below the video. I would like to shout out to the person who recommended this camera to me, my cousin Kim Lai. If you like food, or especially Asian food, but all kinds of food, she has various platforms. She owns a company called Eatin Asian. I will provide the links to all her platforms in the description below. So what you're about to see is some short clips of my son and I going to the theater, checking out the movie, initial reaction, and review. There are some minor spoilers in the review. I say minor because there's not too many twists and turns in this movie. It's a pretty straightforward action flick. But just in case, I need to tell you, there are some minor spoilers. There's also 2 extremely surprising cameos in the film. I will warn you before I start talking about those. That way, you can quit the video at that time. So without further ado, here's our adventure. I am a casual fan of the Fast and Furious movies. I've seen all of them. I do enjoy them. I'm interested to see if Shaw is still redeeming himself or if he's still slipping into his villainous ways. I really enjoy the interesting banter between Hobbs and Shaw. I'm curious to see how this movie's going to go.
Cyrus has seen, how many Fast and Furious movies have you seen?
Like 1 and a little bit of 8.
So he hasn't seen too many of them. So he's going in as someone who basically hasn't seen all the movies, and me, who does know all the movies, and we'll see how both of us react to the movie. Do you need to see all the Fast and Furious movies to get it? I'm sure you need to know a little bit about their backstory, but maybe they play it off where you don't. So we'll keep you updated, and we'll do a full review after the movie. And thanks for watching. Yes, we traveled to our movie in a 2018 Prius. How cool are we? A Fast and Furious movie, and we drove a Prius.
We're gonna go so fast.
We went so fast.
We went the
Woo.
speed limit.
Scary. Here's the cinema. Oh, I can't wait for It. Chapter 2. Rambo. Oh, I'm going to see that. Could care less about Angry Birds 2. 47 meters down. Angels Fallen. Meh. Dog movie. Scary Stories. Yeah. Dora. No. Here. And there's the bar. And here we go. It's about to start. Waiting for Cyrus to get out of the bathroom. Do, 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 do. Hopefully he's not taking a dump. Here comes Cyrus, done with the potty. Took him long enough.
More real people than me. J.D. Power, 448,134.
Right here.
They answered 400.
So we just finished watching Hobbs and Shaw, non-stop action. It was pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie, I thoroughly enjoyed it. There's a couple funny cameos. I'm not gonna mention who they are because they are surprise cameos. Get more into that in the review, but they were pretty hilarious. So there's a lot of action, there's comedy, and the chemistry between Hobbs and Shaw is just perfect. And yeah. So what'd you think?
I thought it was good. I liked it.
You liked it? Was it like confusing or anything, not knowing the backstories, or was it?
Talked about something like a different city.
Yeah, they referenced a few of the Fast and Furious movies.
And I was confused about that.
So if you haven't seen,
Why they hate each other.
yeah, you're not gonna really understand why their rivalry or anything, but it's still a good movie even if you haven't seen the Fast and Furious movies. But I recommend you watching them.
So there you have it. That was our little adventure. We watched Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. The creators stated that this film would feel less like a Fast and Furious movie and more like its own thing. No, but like a Fast and Furious movie. From the over-the-top action to the car chases to just the way the dialogue was set up, it felt like a Fast and Furious movie, which I'm not complaining about. But they said it was going to feel different, which it didn't. Especially the rebranding into the saving the world over-the-top CIA espionage type universe they've created since I think Fast and Furious 6. This over-the-top standalone does not necessarily require prior approval of Fast and Furious knowledge, but it certainly helps in capturing the why behind Hobbs and Shaw's relationship, their backstories, the way they are to each other, their personalities. Idris Elba, he plays Brixton. He's some kind of bionically upgraded superhuman who feels he's the next step in human evolution. We have seen it time and time again in various movies, but a video game that comes to my mind is Deus Ex, the Deus Ex series, and the trailers and what we have seen from Cyberpunk 2077. Can't wait for that one. His organization, Eatin, is hell-bent on eradicating the weak through various means and developing a world where only the strong will survive. The Rock and Jason Statham reprise their roles as Hobbs and Shaw respectively from the Fast and Furious franchise. To enjoy this movie, you really have to let go of any belief of the laws of physics. They do not apply here. It is a cartoonish, over-the-top action movie. If you don't expect that kind of action from a Fast and Furious film, though, then you haven't watched the Fast and Furious films. You might have only watched the first one and stopped there. Don't get me wrong. Hobbs and Shaw is quite fun, very enjoyable. I don't regret seeing it. I liked it. It goes along right with the Fast and Furious theme of family, where we are introduced to more of both Hobbs and Shaw's family. Returning in Shaw's life is his mother, played by Helen Mirren. But this time, she's in prison, but she seems to be enjoying it. She calls it a retirement. Vanessa Kirby plays his sister, Haiti Shaw. In this film, she's injected herself with a programmable virus called the Snowflake virus that Eatin wants so badly. It kind of drives the plot. Haiti is blamed for the death of her MI6 crew and is set up to say she killed them all and stole the virus. So she's being hunted both by MI6 and Eatin. The CIA catches wind of all this and recruits Hobbs and Shaw to bring her in and save the world. And they don't want to work together. There's a lot of animosity between those two. We get to meet Hobbs' Samoan family in the last act of the film. This family is huge, like tons of cousins, and they're awesome. And it was really cool to see this culture on screen. The last movie I think I've seen them in was Moana, which represented a similar culture. Was really, really cool. But it was really cool to see this culture live action and how close they were as a family. And even though they had some problems with each other, in the end, Mama Hobbs is like, you boys are gonna get along, or I'm gonna beat you with my sandal. And it really has that theme of family, and you'll do anything for them, including put your life on the line, kick some ass, and save the world. Now, here's the part I'm going to spoil some cameos. If you don't want to hear them, quit the video now. Make sure you subscribe before you leave. Come back. But yeah, and then check out our future videos. So anyways, cameos in 3, 2, 1. All right, director David Leitch, director of Deadpool 2, has Ryan Reynolds in his pocket. So what's he do? He brings Ryan Reynolds into the Fast and Furious franchise. He plays CIA agent Locke. Now, the way Ryan Reynolds portrays this character makes him pretty much a Wade Wilson type character. He is just goofy, not at all serious, funny. He's constantly saying that Hobbs is his best friend. He has a BFF necklace, a tattoo. He has the Rock's tattoo on him. It's funny, but he's a very capable badass, which you see in an end credit scene. So he's not just goofy and can't take care of himself. The other star to make his way into the film is Dwayne Johnson's co-star from Jumanji, Kevin Hart. He plays U.S. Air Marshal Dingley, and the tone I got from the scene he was in, I think he was in 2 scenes, but the main scene he was in, makes me feel like he's like the Lenny Getz. And Lenny Getz was played by Joe Pesci in Lethal Weapon 3 and 4, I believe. He might have been in 2. I can't remember. But he was this goofy short, just like Kevin Hart. Very resourceful man. But it was kind of the comedic relief, and he wasn't quite an alpha character. But yeah, it's very similar. The film does end on a cliffhanger, slight cliffhanger. The big bad behind Idris Elba, though the leader of Eatin is just a voice that speaks through computers with voice modulation. You can't quite tell if it's a male or female. Asks Hobbs, hey, do you remember me? So there's someone from Hobbs' past. Now, is this someone we've seen in a previous Fast and Furious installment? That's yet to remain seen. Nothing else comes from that. Wouldn't it be crazy if it was Han? I don't know. That's a little far-fetched. But it is Fast and Furious after all. Stay through the end credits. There are 3 end credit scenes. One has a couple Game of Thrones jokes, as told by Ryan Reynolds. They're hilarious. So anyways, for what Hobbs and Shaw is, a mindless popcorn flick with a tone of family, action, and fun. Gets the job done. Not some Oscar winner here, but it is enjoyable. It does what it's supposed to do. And it doesn't give you any false promises. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Now for some trivia tidbits. So there's a scene where Shaw is showing off his car collection in one of his safe houses, and he pauses by a Mini Cooper, and he says that that was from his mission in Italy. A clear joke on The Italian Job, 2003, one of Jason Statham's past action flicks. And on Brixton's suit, on the right collarbone, is a Weyland-Yutani symbol from the Alien franchise. Idris Elba starred as an employee of Weyland-Yutani and Prometheus. So that was pretty cool. So anyways, thanks for watching all the way to the end. Like, subscribe, bell icon. Join our group. We're a lot of fun. We're like a family. It's not toxic. It's a place you can represent your fandom, share your fandom, and just learn about other fandoms. It's a lot of fun. Facebook.com/group/FANDOMversity TNTM. I'll also supply the link in the description below. And we also have a newly created Instagram and Twitter @FANDOMversity. Hope to see you all there. Love you. Bye.